Well, good morning and welcome to Vision. I am so glad you're all here with us today. And those of you joining us online, I'm glad you're here with us today too, because we are all in the right place at the right time. So let's stand together and celebrate that. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just what I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. 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 My soul is welcome here.
Yay. Love you guys. Don't you love the celebration singers? They are so wonderful. Thank you, thank you. Good morning, Vision. How you all doing? Ooh, where'd that come from? I got on my little Southern thing. I don't know what that was. How you's doing? It's more like me. Join me in prayer. Giving great thanks for today, for the joy, for the love, for the harmony and the unity that we know is God flowing through us and as us in the world. Giving thanks for all of the good, because we know our good is God. Giving thanks for this day, for everyone and everything in it. Simply giving thanks, always and in all ways. For we know that there is only one power and presence. There is only Spirit. It identifies, it animates, it outpictures itself as all life everywhere, as everything everywhere. The entire universe, then, is the body of God. It is the outpicturing of this sentient energy that knows of itself. And so I give thanks for all of the good, knowing it is all God always, and so it is. September already. Could you believe this? Holy moly. Labor Day weekend, yay. We give thanks. We're having a barbecue. You staying? You staying? Yeah. Come on. Oh, I want some enthusiasm. Yay. Yay. There you go. Yay. We're going to stay. We're going to break bread together after the celebration. That's wonderful. And if there's anything here on your heart, you know that we have licensed practitioners. These beautiful beings of light have come to, they've come to call on us. They have come to pray with us and for us. They've gone to school for years in the art of compassionate listening and the science of healing prayer. And one of our licensed practitioners is walking around now collecting prayer requests. If you have one, raise your hand. I see this one way over there, Betty. We're We're here to change conditions of our lives through prayer. That's what we do. Ernest Holmes said that there is a power in the universe greater than we are, and we can use it. And I would suggest it can use us as well. It can flow through us, as us in the world, changing the conditions around us. So if you have come with anything on your heart, please fill out a prayer request. They're in your bulletin. For our Vision community online, we'll have a meet and greet room after the celebration today where you can have a one-on-one prayer with the practitioners from there. And we're here to serve you in prayer however you would like it. There's also a place where you can put your phone number and you can get prayer over the phone. We can leave a prayer on your voicemail, however you would like to be prayed for and with. We are here to serve you in prayer because we know prayer changes things. So please take advantage of that. What else can I tell you? Oh, you know what? Wait a minute before I move on. Practitioners, raise your hand so people know who to go to after service. Here we go. Look at all these lovely beings. These are the people you want to see after the celebration today, just to say, please pray. And they will. That's what they do. So thank you for that. We also have a guest packet. You'll see them in the front in the lobby. In the back, we have them on the prayer table. We have them all over the place. This is what they look like. Grab one and see what Vision is all about. If you're a guest and you're not really sure about us, grab one, look through it, see what we do, how we do it, who we are, how long we've been around. What is it? I was talking about our magazine. And who gets the magazine subscription? Look at this. Oh, I love it. Thank you so much. That magazine subscription is going to celebrate 100 years of consistent circulation. They have never stopped. I know, isn't that wonderful? October 1927. So 2027, we're gonna celebrate 100 years. So if you don't have a subscription, get one quick. Support the magazine. And at Vision, as a center, we give you a 6-month subscription for free when you join as a member. So if you haven't gotten your free subscription yet, new members, see me, because I want to make sure that the system is working and you're getting yours. Back to this. This is our guest packet, and it has a greeting on the front of it, and we say it to remind ourselves for our hearts, and we say it for our guests, and we're going to say it right now. You ready? Whoever you are and wherever you are welcome here, you are safe, and you are loved. Yeah, doesn't that feel good? It does, and it's a reminder for ourselves just to take that in. I'm going to turn it over now to our celebration singers. They're going to sing our centering song and prepare us for a 5-minute meditation. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Reverend Jean Phillips. I'm one of the staff ministers here at Vision, and it is my honor to lead us in our time of meditation and just being in that space of of peace and comfort. Right? So I'm going to read today's quotes, and then we'll have 5 minutes of silence, and that will be followed by an affirmative prayer. So I just invite you to relax, close your eyes if that's comfortable. Just settle into the space this time. Our first quote is from Jack Canfield. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. And from Ernest Holmes, in dealing with mind, we are dealing with a force we cannot fool. There is no obstruction one cannot dissipate by the power of truth. So feeling the presence, the power of the infinite, the divine, right here, right now. I know that God is all there is, the presence, life, and power of all. There is only one life, one love, one law, always moving into a greater expression of itself, a greater expression of its love, of its peace, of its wisdom. It's the essence of everything in and around us, from the galaxies above to the rich soil under our feet. It's the wind and the rain and the sun. The natural world sings the song of spirit, and we hear it and we smell it and we taste it and see it as it fills our lungs and pulses through our veins and beats our heart. The divine life is our life, right here and now, always expressing in such wondrous ways. And I am one with this life energy that I call spirit. It is my core and being, and it expresses through every aspect of my life. And as I know this for me, I absolutely know it for everyone hearing my voice and those beyond. I know that this truth is their life now. And so in this oneness, I speak my word for us all. I know and claim the love of spirit. I know that it radiates out into the world, filling our hearts, guiding our minds. I know that this love leads the way in each and every one of our lives, supporting and supplying every one of our needs. And as we join heart to heart, I know that this day is filled with endless blessings, divine abundance, health, wholeness, peace, joy. They're showered upon every life. And that which no longer serves is easily released and simply dissolved into the nothingness from where it came. So free of the constraints of old beliefs in lack and limitation, we live life in its fullest form with ease and grace and delight at the gifts of love, of connection, of beauty, of oneness. This is what I know. And I am so grateful for this. And in this gratitude, it's easy to release these words into the law. Knowing that I am already just simply stating what already is, and await with joyful expectation of its perfect manifestation. I know that all is good, for all is God, spirit in full expression, love acting upon itself, and so I let it be, and so it is. Amen.
Good morning. I just met our guest artist this morning for the first time. He has a rich, gorgeous voice, and his music choices will deeply inspire you. Some of you know him. Please welcome back DeAndre Simmons.
Good morning. I told him he just needed to say my name. He didn't have to introduce me. Your sermon topic made the choices of songs really hard. But the first one is a great song, which is actually from a musical, but I think says a lot in its briefness, in its brevity, I should say, Climb Every Mountain.
Every day of your life, for as long as you live, climb every mountain, ford every stream, follow every rainbow. Find your dream.
Wow. Perfect. Thank you. Wow. So we are in a new month. Yeah. We're in a new month. We're in September, and the new theme is Love Out Loud. Don't you love that? I love that. Love Out Loud. And wow, honestly, brothers and sisters, I must make a confession right here, right now to y'all. I cheated. I got Larry's attention. I cheated, that's my talk title. You know how it is. You're going along, you're living life, you're just doing what you do all the time, getting what you get, right? Living same old, same old. And then, you know, something gets your attention, something attractive, some sexy new thing. Maybe you haven't considered before. Too attractive to resist. It could change your life. My. Too irresistible to deny. And there I was, living my small life, confined by my small thoughts and my limiting beliefs. And then it found me. Affirmations. I was intrigued. I was fascinated. Oh, I went for it. That's right, I cheated on my fears. I cheated on my fears. You know the seductive allure too, don't you? Of affirmations. Change your thinking, change your life, right? And who doesn't want that? And then after a short while, well, you know, one's not enough. My. I went for multiple affirmations. Experimented with affirmative prayer. Soon I was meditating more than once a day. I've been watching way too much Outlander. Anyway, so I tasted freedom from fear, and I wanted more. Don't you? You know what I'm talking about, don't you? Okay. And that's how it goes, doesn't it? One affirmation at a time. And then there's something else, and then there's something else, right? Ernest Holmes said we're like beakers of muddy water. One affirmation at a time, one clear drop of liquid at a time. And then what happens? Over time, that muddy beaker becomes clear. Those affirmations, then they start to flow through us. Those change of conditions, they start occurring around us. After a while, we begin to clear. We begin to clear, one drop of clear water at a time. And we begin to see clearly. We begin to affirm the greater vision for our lives, and we begin to believe it, right? You know how it is in the beginning? You're like testing, trying, not sure, right? But we begin to believe it. We begin to believe a greater truth for our lives is possible. And what happens, right? A greater experience of our lives begins to come into focus. We begin to see clearer, and then a greater vision of our lives begins to come into focus, you know, like a microscope, excuse me, or a telescope, or even a kaleidoscope, you know, how it changes, it comes into view better and better. That's what affirmations do. We change our thinking, and our lives do begin to change. One affirmation after another, and that happens when we begin to cheat on our fear. Ernest Holmes said this. He said, fear is the great enemy of humanity. But fear is a mental attitude, and as such can be converted into something else. That's the good news, isn't it? For fear is the reverse mental attitude to faith and is a result of the lack of faith. Fear brings limitation and lack in its wake and destroys the happiness and the possibility of a greater degree of livingness to those who suffer from it. So that's why we have to cheat on our fear. Cheat on it. Go to those affirmations. Go to that affirmative prayer. So yeah, I cheated on my fear, and that was the best thing I ever did. And it didn't stop there. After cheating on fear, I broke up with my doubts. You know that critical voice that lives in your head? Anybody have one? I'm not the only one, right? I mean, that critical voice that lives in your head could be a parent, could be a parent even long dead. Might be a relative, could be a grandparent, could be a teacher, could be a supposed good friend that's only trying to get you to see reason, right? That's only trying to get you to be realistic. It could simply be the voice of the world, right? Human race consciousness. It could just be human race consciousness streaming through us with the consciousness of lack and limitation and suffering and loss that flows through the world, right? And we pick it up like little radio receivers. We pick it up because we are matching the freedom and the frequency and the vibration of loss and lack and limitation, those lower frequencies, which is like 4 hertz, by the way. Think about that. Depression, all of those lower frequencies where we are a match for them when we are in that level of thinking, when we're in doubt. Doubt causes us to hesitate to do things. Have you found that to be true? When you're in doubt, you're like, should I, shouldn't I? I don't know. Is it going to come out okay? You wind up doing nothing. Doubt causes us to hesitate to take action. We wind up procrastinating. I used to be the president of that club. Anybody? No, because you know why? Because you never got around to signing up. I know. Okay, but we procrastinate. That's doubt. That's doubt speaking, right? Whatever way it enters our consciousness, whether that critical voice is a parent or just human race consciousness streaming through us, it is a false belief. It's a false belief that you can't do it, or you're too old, or you don't have the education, or blah, blah, blah. You know what it is, and it talks in your head all the time, and it is not the truth of us. We have to break up with those doubts. You don't need to see them anymore. You don't even have to take their call, right? Don't let it go to voicemail. Don't even, right? Don't pick it up. When we are in doubt, we don't go outside of our comfort zone, right? So it keeps us nice and safe, but it keeps us small. It keeps us from doing what we want to do and living our true life, the life that Spirit has in mind for us, right? That greater life. But like the meditation quote, I can't even remember that meditation, that one, right? Everything you want is on the other side of your fear. Everything you want is on the other side of your fear. So you have to break up with doubt. And when doubt enters your mind, tell it to hush, right? You're in charge. Tell it to sit down and shut up, right? We have to raise our vibrational frequencies, right? So when we're in doubt, remember I said like 4 hertz, it's like down there. We have to do things. We have to do things. Our spiritual practice is one of those things that we must do to raise those vibrations. Don't you feel better after you meditate? Yes, of course you do. Don't you feel better after you chant, after you sing, after you do those kinds of things? Absolutely. You feel better because they raise your vibrational frequency. The Om chant, I love that. Did you ever do that? Just put that music on and just do the Om chant? In Hinduism, it's known as Pranava mantra, the source of all mantras. Chanting Om, which, by the way, is 432 hertz. Just a bit higher, right? When you do that, don't you feel much better? You feel connected, you feel lighter, you feel more in tune with the universe because that is the tune the universe hums. Right? You feel other things that raise our vibration, right? Connecting with the earth. Take your shoes off and walk on the earth. Connect with the earth energy. Movement, body movement. Just move your body. Bend, stretch, relax, dance if you're feeling up to it. Right? These things raise your vibrational frequency. Dancing and practicing gratitude. Anybody? Gratitude journal? We'll be giving those out soon, right? I think we do in the beginning of November. We give out the gratitude journal. Journal all of the things you love about your life. That raises your vibrational level also. Swim in the ocean. Ooh, it's too cold out here. It was like 61 degrees, I heard, the water temperature last week. Oh, no. But anyway, if you want to, swim in the ocean. Salt water is great for us, right? If you can't take an Epsom salt bath, same thing. I don't care. Warm water, it's much better. Hot showers, yum, right? Negative ions, don't you love them? They just make you sing. It's lovely. All of those things just raise our vibrational frequency. Sit by the fire. You know how we used to love to sit by a fire pit? It's another element, right? Earth, air, fire, water. We connect with those things. So you sit by the fire. If you don't have a fire pit, if you don't have a backyard for a fire pit, or we're very conscious about fire here in California, so we like to, then turn off your electric lights and light candles and sit by candles. All of these things raise our vibrational frequency. They raise it up. We feel much better. We feel better about ourselves. We feel interconnectedness of all life. When those vibrational frequencies raise, we're no longer a match to depression or doubt. We're a match to love. We're a match to unity, joy, peace, right? Which the love vibration is actually 528 hertz. So there you go. That's even a little higher. You can see how doing these things just raise our frequencies. And that's how you break up with doubt, right? You remember who you are, right? By doing those practices, we remember who we are. Ernest Holmes, in The Power of an Idea, said, "No matter how many thoughts of doubt enter our minds, let us brush them aside. If we do this, we shall soon discover that through the Spirit, we shall meet every doubt that enters our mind with a greater faith. We shall meet every confusion with a greater, deeper sense of calmness. We'll need to take the time to do this every day, to start and end our day with a sense of peace and well-being." And that's why our spiritual practice is then, isn't it? It's in the morning. As soon as we get up, we do our spiritual practice. I do mine with a cup of coffee, but that's okay. It's like whatever you want to do. You can go to the bathroom first. It's a lot easier to meditate for a half hour if you've done that already. But first thing in the morning, and then before you go to bed, bookend your day in peace and calm and love and joy. And it changes, it just changes us right down to the cellular level. And so then what happens? We cheated on fear. We broke up with doubt. And then, we meet that new special faith. We get engaged to faith. And Ernest Holmes said this. He said, "It is a mental attitude that no longer doubts." That's how he describes faith, a mental attitude that no longer doubts, where no contradiction can exist in your mind. So it's basically getting committed, right? And what we have to do is we have to remember this: faith is an effect, right? The teaching symbol, again, we're going to think about seed, soil, plant, right? Faith is an effect. It's not cause. So therefore, it can be developed. It is a mental attitude, just like fear, just like doubt. It occurs in the mental realm, so it can be changed. It can be developed. We can develop our faith by practice and by test. Ernest Holmes, when he was talking to the graduating practitioners, right, what did he say to them? He said, "You've done all the book work, right? You've read all the books, you've written the paper. Take all the books and throw them out the window. Prove the principles." That's what he said. Prove the principles. And that's what we do. That's how we grow faith. We prove the principles by using them, by meditating, which is listening, by praying, which is actively directing the law. We raise our vibrational level through gratitude, through reading, through community, by doing service, by giving, by staying focused on the positive. Ignoring the voice of the world, right? The voice of the world, I used to call it the water cooler talk, except when we went through COVID, nobody was in the office anymore, Then they had to do it online, the Zoom talk. But you know what I'm talking about, that water cooler, oh, ain't it awful, and now is not a good time to change jobs, and there's a recession coming, and there's blah, blah, blah. It's always bad news. It's never good news around the water cooler, right? That's the voice of the world telling us to stay small, stay safe, don't try anything new, don't grow. But if you're not growing, you're rotting. That's all there is to it. If you're not growing, you're rotting. So you need to be on the growth side. We need to remain positive. We need to ignore the voice of the world. It might be true for some people, but it doesn't have to be true for you. It doesn't have to be true for us. We can be the exception to that rule. Don't change jobs, it's not a good time, and blah, blah, blah. And all that limited talk is the voice of the world just streaming through. Just let it keep going, When it goes into your head, let it just move right back on out. Because the things that grow faith are the positive things. In the Science of Mind text, Ernest said, in order to have faith, we must have conviction that all is well. Conviction that all is well. In order to keep faith, we must allow nothing to enter thought which will weaken this conviction. Faith is built up on belief, acceptance, and trust. Whenever anything enters our thought which destroys in any degree one of those attitudes, to that extent our faith is weakened. So it's up to us to be those guardians at the gate, yes? It is up to us to realize what's coming into our head when it comes in and just boot it the hell out, we have to just eliminate those words of doubt, those old voices that could be, an old relative or a limiting thought that could be floating through human race consciousness. We must get rid of them. So now we've cheated on fear. This is quite the thing. We broke up with doubt, we got engaged to faith, and now it's time. It is time to marry our dreams. And just like getting married, it doesn't just happen, right? You don't just show up at the altar one day and everything's done. You have to make plans. You have to organize. You have to do preparatory work. Think of all the things that had to be prepared to have a wedding happen, right? You have to reserve a hall. You got to get a caterer. You got a cake taste. Anybody? I love the cake tasting part. That's amazing. Got to, hire music, for goodness sakes. We have to hire music. We have to, oh my God, pick, groomsmen and bridesmaids, and we have to get a maid of honor and a matron of honor or best man or something. There's a whole bunch of things you have to do, right? You have to have a plan. But first, before you even do all that stuff, you have to be committed. Don't you? You have to be committed in order to even get to the altar. You have to make that commitment to that person. That means no fear, no doubt, right? This is the one. No fear, no doubt. You have to build on faith, start making those plans, and you have to know your goal. You have to know your goal. A wedding is one day. A marriage is, forever. Well, sort of forever, 5 to 7 years if you live in California, I don't know. but it's supposed to be forever, right? So you have to do the work. You build your faith. You define your dream. You keep it in mind. You have that goal, right? You ask help from people who are successful in your field, whatever that is, whatever the new dream is in your mind. You talk to people who are successfully doing it. I know someone, I can't remember who it is, I'm sorry, I can't remember the author, but someone said, you don't ever take criticism from someone you wouldn't go to for advice. And it's true. So you want to know from people who are successful in whatever it is you want to do. What are they doing? What do they do? Ask for help in realizing your dream. Bring people in on it, people who can support you, right? People who support you, not those friends that tell you why it's a bad idea. Bring the people in that support your dreams, that are successful in doing what it is you're thinking of doing. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, right? There are people out there who are really successful at the thing that's your dream. Picasso said this, I love it. Picasso said, good artists copy. Great artists steal. Right? So you don't have to invent the wheel. You have to gain knowledge in whatever it is. Set a deadline. Get things done. Don't abandon your dream if the deadline passes without accomplishment, because that's the killer of so many dreams. The deadline passes and you give up. Oh well, that's done. Can't do it. Right? Don't give up if the deadline passes. Sometimes what we need is rest. Sometimes we need to rest, not quit. So keep it up. And always remember, Spirit accompanies us every step of the way. We are surrounded by a power and presence that says yes. God makes a way out of no way. We know this. The universe is forever saying yes to us. So when we say, I think I can do this, the universe says yes. And when we say, oh, this is too much for me, I can't do it, the universe says yes. So we have to eliminate doubt. We have to eliminate fear. We have to engage our faith and then marry those dreams. Get committed to them. Nothing else gets your attention but that. When we commit, when we marry our dreams, things happen. Ernest Holmes said the best way to arrive at a high consciousness is to have great faith in the willingness and the ability of life to do all for us by working through us. Then, through the door of our own thought, we enter into universal consciousness, into a complete realization of life and truth, of love and beauty. And as we sit in the silence of our own souls and listen, it will be the greatest thing we will ever do. In the completeness, we are lost, and yet we are found. This is what is meant by a person must lose his life in order to find it. We are lost to the human and found in the divine. This whole talk evolved from a quote that I had discovered somewhere in my reading. It was attributed to Eddie Rios. He's a coach. It was also attributed to Beyonce, and it was also attributed to the rapper Young Thug, so I don't really know who said it. It was also attributed to Unknown. He writes an awful lot of stuff. The quote is, I cheated. I cheated on my fear. I broke up with my doubts. I got engaged to my faith, and now I'm marrying my dreams. I am holding hands with my destiny. I invite you to do the same. I invite you to cheat on your fear. It's okay. I invite you to break up with your doubt, to become engaged to your faith and marry your dreams. And you too will hold hands with your destiny. Thank you.
To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to bear with unbearable sorrow, to run where the brave dare not go, to right the unrightable wrong, to love pure and chaste from afar, to try when your arms are too weary, to reach the unreachable star. This is my quest, to follow that star, no matter how hopeless, no matter how far, to fight for the right without question or pause, to be willing to march into hell for that heavenly cause. And I know if I'll only be true to this glorious quest, that my heart will lie peaceful and calm when I'm laid to my rest. And the world will be better for this, that just one, scorned and covered with scars, still strove with their last ounce of courage to reach the unreachable star.
I love that. Holy moly. That's just too great. Thank you so much. No words. Oh, man. So now it's time for our conscious circulation, and this is our opportunity to just stay in the flow, to remember that abundance is a quality of God and it is a quality of us. So this is our opportunity to give back to those people, places, and things that support us spiritually. And if Vision is this place, this is your opportunity to give back. So if you are choosing to give, thank you. If you give online, thank you as well. Just, I want you to bring it into your mind so that you're conscious of it, because this is all about consciousness, right? So, okay, let's do prayer. I know there is one source and supply. I know there's one power and presence. I know there is only one life. It is God's. And that we are the demonstration of that. We are the outpicturing. and everything that we believe to be true of God, abundance and balance and beauty and joy and love and peace, all of those qualities are qualities of us, for Spirit made everything out of itself, never being absorbed by its creations. We know there is an infinite source. There is infinite source at our disposal, and that we embody that. We breathe that in, we demonstrate that, and we remain in that circle of eternal return. And I give great thanks for the abundance that God is, knowing that we circulate it. We prove the principles. We accept gratefully, and we give graciously, and we remain forever in the flow. And so it is.
So do I receive joyfully, gratefully. As I give, so do I receive fully, freely. God is the river where abundance flows. Stepping into it, I accept and go as I give. So do I receive. As I give, so do I receive, offering my first and best. As I give, so do I receive, knowing how I've been blessed. God is the river where abundance flows. Stepping into it, I accept and go as I give. So do I receive. As I give, so do I receive. Back to where my soul is fed. As I give, so do I receive. Thank you for my daily bread. God is the river where abundance flows. Stepping into it, I accept and go as I give. So do I receive. As I give, so do I receive.
And now it's time for the Miracle Minute, and I have some. I'm so glad you emailed me. It's so wonderful, and it's so, reassuring, and to know that you're doing your practice and you're getting results, and there's just good news all around. I love it. God is good all the time. Anyway, I wanted to start off first with this past week were the senior panels for the graduating practitioners to become ministers, and our own practitioner, Paul Domaleski, San Francisco Paul, we call him our San Francisco Paul. He passed the verbal panels, and he is now a minister. Yay! So congratulations, Reverend Paul. And I got this from Debbie. She said her 9-year-old niece, JC, rang the bell from chemo. The leukemia is in remission, and thank you all for your prayers. So yay. And this from Joan, she said she listened to my talks in August, and she's been thinking about passions, because that's August's theme, right? My passion, my purpose. And she said she was wondering if she was honoring them. And one of her passions is art, and she said it's a solitary activity. But she said what was missing was her passion for music. And she was in the Vision Choir years ago, but dropped out for reasons that she said were completely reasonable at the time. But she said listening to the Passions all month, the Passion Talk, she realized singing in the choir was a great passion and a great joy for her, and also the camaraderie of the choir. They are their own loving care group. I love them. I just love them. Anyway, she goes on to say she's rejoining the choir in September and can't wait. Yay! And as a minister, that is the greatest feedback you can ever get, is somebody's listen to what you said. I love it, What do they say? If you're a spiritual leader but nobody's following, you're just a person out for a walk, Anyway, and from Donna, I don't know if I didn't say this one before. She has cats, and the cats had some health problems. One was diagnosed with asthma, and she had to give the cat a breathing treatment. Could you imagine? You know, we always talk about religious science, about all of us being like trying to herd cats, you know. I can't imagine trying to give a cat an asthma treatment, but they tried. Anyway, he takes the treatments now perfectly, and after being convinced, he gets the little mask over his muzzle, and he inhales and exhales for his 15 breaths, and all is well with that. The other cat was diabetic, and they have been treating him. He had to get insulin shots twice a day, and now the levels have been normalized, and he's back, and he hasn't had to have any shots, and he's just perfect health. Perfect health, yay, and I love that. And last but not least, she said her sister Joyce completed her radiation therapy, and prayers for successful completion are done. She is recuperating easily, effortlessly returning to normal. Thank you, practitioners and ministers who make up Vision's prayer ministry. We appreciate you, and we know prayer works. Thank you, Donna. Thank you. I think I'm done. I think now it's time for the last word by Johnny Kirko.
I came from the other side this time to confuse y'all. So, Congregational Sunday is today. We are going to have a fantastic barbecue today. They're already cooking it up, and it's going to be really good. So help us set up tables and stick around, have a meal with us. We'd like to break bread and say hello to you, so join us for that. Vision, we are continuing our a virtual meet and greet. If you want to join us online, we have a practitioner available for one-on-one prayer. Hit the link that's on Facebook, or you can go to the website and get there too. So, as Reverend Patti just mentioned to you a little bit about choir, it is starting up. Mr. James Vandenberg, what's going on?
Yeah, we're starting up this Tuesday evening at 6:45 to 8:15. All are welcome. I promise I won't make you sing a solo. First? No. We have a lot of fun. We have a lot of great music coming up, and I think you're going to have a good time. So come on out. We'll meet right over here this coming Tuesday evening.
Thank you, James. We start at 6:45. We go till 8:15. We do it 3 Tuesdays prior to our performance. Our performances are on the 4th Sunday of the month, most of the time. There's a lot of other things going on, but that's most of the time. So this Thursday night, we have a cabaret concert. It's Joe Rathburn, and he's singing the music of Paul Simon. So we'll be here at 7 p.m. Join us for a nice evening, and we'll have the table set up, all in set up with Patti. Usually, Reverend Patti's been decorating them so beautifully, huh? Yes. Good job. So Reverend Patti said it. So really come check us for that. And tickets are available in the Resource Center or online. So we've been talking a little bit about doing what we call an open mic night, and because of the variety show, we got some interest in it. So starting on Wednesday, September 13th, Jim Bianchi is going to be here, and he's playing piano, and he's going to play music for us. We're going to start with just music, and then if you want to come and sing, and you want to do, you just want to be a part of that, we're going to be doing it at 7 p.m. on the 13th, Wednesday evening. It's our first time ever trying it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Join us for that evening. If you don't like singing and you just want to come and be entertained, you will be entertained. You will be entertained, because I guarantee some of those people coming up won't be as good as DeAndre Simmons. Not even close to DeAndre.
But they have to climb every mountain.
They do have to climb every mountain, Jim. By the way, how about Jim Guerin today for us, huh? Jim's filling in today for Mark. Nicely done. Thank you, Jim. Also, so the day after that, on the 14th, Andy Anderson's going to be here in a cabaret-style concert as well. It's Andy Anderson by request, he's calling it. And he's going through the album that he did a few years back, and he's going to be going through all of those songs. So join us for that concert. Foundations class, Reverend Patti is starting up Foundations. Reverend Patti, that will be starting on Wednesdays. What's the date again? The 13th, yes. So it's September 13th. You want to say anything about that? She doesn't want to say anything about it, but join her for that. join Reverend
Yeah.
Patti for foundations.
It's a way to get acquainted or reacquainted with the principles. We'll go through the 10 core concepts. We'll go through the basic principles of science of mind and spirit and how to change your thinking, change your life.
Very
There you
good.
go.
Simple. So Be the Change, we continue to talk about volunteering here at Vision. And, you know, I've been thanking a lot of people, and thank you very much for showing up and for continuing to step up. By the way, I just want you to know I put out the word to get some help in the sound area, and I got 3 people who are working with us now. I got Stacy today, I got Brett who's going to be helping, and Brian who's going to join us. So thank you guys. It does work. So and we will continue to ask and to see what your ideas are and what you'd like to do. So today I'm highlighting somebody who, you know, he likes to razz me a lot, but Mr. Larry Paris has been one fantastic volunteer here at Vision. So what you don't know what Larry does behind the scenes. He goes, like every week, he goes to Costco and picks up all of the supplies we have. He's here all of the time. So if we need something, Larry is there. His support of Reverend Patti is beyond, I've never seen anybody as much in love with their partner as Larry is with Reverend Patti. I one day hope to have something close to that, Larry. You are fantastic with that. Thank you, Larry Paris, for all your support here at Vision. Thank you, Larry. Yes, and he runs the kitchen and all that good stuff. And what do we got today, Larry?
Yay, me. This is cake that you like.
I like all
Okay,
cake, Larry.
okay.
Happy
What do you-
birthday, September babies.
Right, and what flavor do you think it is?
Carrot?
No.
Oh, chocolate.
Chocolate.
Chocolate cake.
Chocolate.
So you want to tell, what are we doing for the barbecue today?
Oh, well, we have out, and she's, right now, Elle is working, but I want to give a shout out to Elle. She's working the barbecue. We have hot dogs, we have hamburgers. Reverend Patti made her famous pasta salad. We have potato salad. We have all sorts of goodies. So please come to hospitality. Enjoy hospitality.
Thank you, Larry. So Adopt-A-Bill is back. Adopt-A-Bill. So again, the way we're working with Adopt-A-Bill is there's a board out in the foyer there, and we have all the bills that we have for the year. And if you'd like to support Vision and help us out, you can take one of those little stickers off, go and see Paul, or you can do this online. In the e-newsletter, I put a little link on there, so you can give a little extra to Vision to cover some of our bills for the year. It was a very successful program for us last year, and then you get a bill, and this is Bill. This is Elephant Bill, and I keep not bringing new ones. I need to get rid of Elephant Bill and bring somebody else. But we have all kinds of bills. You get a bill when you pay the bill. See how it works? Thank you very much. Next week, Reverend Patti will be back. Her talk title is Bold Dreams. Bold Dreams, and we have Mariah Angeline with us. Yes. How about DeAndre Simmons today? So when I asked DeAndre to come and sing for us, he says, "What's the talk title?" I said, "I cheated." And he puts this big question mark. Like, what am I supposed to do with that thing? Great songs. Very good, DeAndre. Nicely done. Nicely done. So also, this is the first week of the month of September. If your birthday's this month, please stand up. Happy birthday, Septembers. See you soon.
We're going to stand up now, and we're going to say our affirmations. They are someplace in this book. I know they're here. And they're up on the big screen as well. I'd love for the practitioners to come up to the front of the room and get ready to do prayer. When we're done singing, if you want prayer, they're up here, they're identified, they're practitioners, they're licensed, they're here to pray with you. So come on up to the front and sit with one of the practitioners. We also have rooms if you want some privacy. You can go to one of the classrooms and have one-on-one prayer in private as well. So, you with me? Let's say, let's say these together. The universe supports me in every way. I believe in myself and my abilities. All I need is within me now. You know, I think all three of them are really powerful, aren't they? Let's just say all three again. Just really take them in, take them on, let them just flow through you. The universe supports me in every way. I believe in myself and my abilities. All I need is within me now. Oh, I love it. Okay, let us go within right now and know this is the truth. These statements that are so passionate and purposeful and present tense, they are the truth of us here and now. We are powerful beyond measure. We are Spirit's own. We are the outpicturing of the divine life of God in these temporary bodies. We know that we are greater than the bodies. The body simply is a container for the soul, the spirit that is just huge. We are capable of accomplishing our dreams. We are capable of setting those goals, achieving them, and moving on to different goals. We know and accept that the power and the presence that Spirit is within us, and it demonstrates through us and as us in the world. And the more we awaken to this, the more we demonstrate it. I give great thanks for each and every one of us here knowing that we are the arms and legs and the eyes and the ears of Spirit on earth. And we change the world by our presence in it. I give great thanks for this. I simply let it be. And so it is.
All right, I'm switching it up on you just a little bit, but I have faith in you. You can do it. You ready?
Okay.
2, 3, 4. Peace for the world starts with me. Peace for the world starts with me. You can do it. See, try it. Peace for the world starts with me. Peace for the world starts with me. All right, now listen to this. There's no one here to judge, nothing here to overcome. I'm standing in my truth, I see God in everyone. There's no one here to judge, nothing here to overcome. I'm standing in my truth, I see God in everyone. Peace for the world starts with me. Peace for the world starts with me. See, it's easy, you got this. Peace for the world starts with me. Peace for the world starts with me. All right, now I dare you, try it. There's no one here to judge, nothing here to overcome. I'm standing in my truth, I see God in everyone. There's no one here to judge, nothing here to overcome. I'm standing in my truth, I see God in everyone. Peace for the world starts with me. 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 Good job. Thank you.